Man, welcome to Mad Dog's After Show. You're along for the ride with the Mad Dog and Cole Trickle Farrell.
Oh, we're big trucking now.
I decided to fly through the air and live in the sunlight and enjoy life as much as I could, and that's just what I'm doing.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Man, oh man. You know, we're starting the show a little different on this one. Of course, inspiring words of Mr. Evil Knievel, but one other set of inspiring words that I want to quote right now before we get any further. I'm going to give you an engine low to the ground. I'll shave half an inch off you, shape you like a bullet. I'll get you primed, painted, and weighed, and you'll be ready to go out on that racetrack. You hear me? You're going to be perfect.
Wow. With Robert Duvall's inflections and everything.
Race in peace, Mr. Duvall.
Wow. And thank you to our beloved crew chief, the fictional Harry, who brought us those words during the 1991 fictional NASCAR season.
Yes. Harry Hogg for president.
Well, thank you for starting the show with that. I like it.
You know what? It's a meaningful movie to all of us. Some of us for more reasons than one, right? But it's meaningful. So I just wanted to do that. And, man, he had a lot of great movies. So it was entertaining for sure.
The man
If you've
didn't
not
miss.
watched Days of Thunder, please go watch it. I'm pretty sure you'll be entertained.
I mean, it's streaming like everywhere. So luckily it's an easy movie to find, and you can usually find it for free. So do that, please.
Yeah, speaking of easy things to find, how about Kicker Performance Audio over at kicker.com? Assault Industries, a super ATV company, over at assaultind.com. Bomber Eyewear over at bombereyewear.com. Shutter and Whirl on Instagram at Shutter and Whirl Media. And Hey Geeks Marketing on Instagram or on the web. The web is heygeeks.com. And of course, the Premix Podcast, our man Cole, flipping the dials and sliding the sliders and switching the buttons and doing all the stuffs behind the scenes, as well as our intro.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was that enticing and that complicated when we're recording, but luckily we kind of got this down to a system. But before we go any farther, just want to thank our first responders and, of course, the brave men and women of our armed forces and the families around them. We literally couldn't do anything that we do without any of them. So summer's approaching. We're going to be having a lot of fun out here in the good weather, but with fun sometimes comes accidents, and we're just blessed to have the first responders we do.
Yep, absolutely. And of course, a special shout out to all of our veterans and the families of those that gave all MIA and KIA deep respect. With that, man, let's just push right into the show.
Do it.
Yeah, holy cow. Of course, it'll be a couple weeks by the time this comes out, but I just got back from Guthrie, Oklahoma, and Stillwater, Oklahoma, the home of Kicker Performance Audio, where thankfully they, for some reason, keep me doing the Kicker AMA FIM North American Arena Cross Championships. And it was indeed the championship round in Kicker's home turf at Guthrie, Oklahoma. And what a place to have the final, man. The biggest arena they go to. I believe it's the largest equine arena, indoor equine arena in the United States, possibly in North America.
That's pretty gnarly. That's
Dude,
wild.
it's huge. It was all, arena cross, you're used to like, you know, four lanes. This one has room for 4 lanes and zigzags. And basically, I think it probably would have been, if you stretched it all out, probably 6 lanes. But with the cutbacks and zigzags, and it was brutal. Like, dude, in Prescott Valley, we were running 19, fast time was like 19.8 something, right? We go to Reno, fast times like 29.8 something. And everybody's like, wow, this is a big track. We go to Guthrie, fast time is like 58 something.
Yeah, so it's right on par with some of the smaller supercross tracks.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that though. I mean, I like that there's diversity, right? I mean, like, shoot, we like the chaos, and I'm even like, hey, maybe we do a round with a tiny hockey rink, so we have our big Guthrie floor and then we have our Thunderdome. I don't know. Pitch it
Yeah.
out the next meeting.
Yeah, there is some small arenas that we've gone to before where lap times have been down sub like 18 seconds and lower, and it's brutal. I mean, you want to talk about bar banging action? There's no room to get out of your own way.
No.
You know. But yeah, no, the racing was good. It was a single night to wrap the championship. Man, before I go any further, congratulations, Tony Alessi and his MCR Racing Honda team, and Ryan Brees. He finally got his national championship. Dude, Arena Cross champion, 25-26 season. He started out with a win in Huntington Beach and finished actually, I think, about 5th overall Friday night in Guthrie. Still trying to shake off that gnarly crash we talked about in the last episode with Scotty. He was hurting. I can tell you, he was hurting. When I presented him with the championship plaque at the end of the night, and the AMA official boss guy presented him with the FIM championship. The photographers and videographers and everybody, of course, wanted him to hold him over his head. And man, he was like gritting his teeth to hold him over his head. I felt bad for him.
Yeah, but I mean, how bad can you feel though?
Yeah, right.
If there's one time to rise to the occasion, after the checkered flag, I would say that might be
Yes.
one.
Yeah, for sure. And on that note, it was super cool. It was a good night of racing. There was good action. Politelli ended up winning the second main. And I think Wageman won the first main, which was good for him. First win this year, I think. But Fapani in the lights class won both his mains in the 250 lights class and got his first overall podium, wrapping the season with a third place, finished 4-3. And on a great big track like that, on a 250, and I know we talked about him with Scotty, but I just want to give an extra shout out to Jeremy Fapani. Man, yeah, he had a great ride. He got better, he got faster every race, and he's one to watch. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, all that's going to do is set him on fire for next year. You have such a good finish to end out the year, God forbid any injuries or anything. Next year, you're like, hey, I might be the man.
Yeah, absolutely. And since KP has stepped away from the series, it has opened the door for a lot of other opportunities,
Absolutely.
and so it's good to see. I mean, we've seen a lot of different guys on the podiums this year, so I think Brees only ended up winning by 4 points or something. So, you know, at Cole Thompson, the Canadian. So,
Kind of what you want. I mean, as far as a close championship goes, right?
absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
problem is when it's a runaway. So nice
Yeah.
work to everybody at Arena Cross and AMA and your point system, and seemed to work out as entertaining as it could.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to give a special shout out to Tony Alessi. Um, I've got the championship shirt right
Wow.
there that Tony Alessi actually handed me during the pre-celebration, and super grateful. And we've become good friends over, the last 3 or 4 seasons, and always nice to see Tony out there. And his little ones ran in the AMA national championship at Guthrie Saturday and Sunday, and both of them picked up wins. And I believe I'm not sure which one, but one of them won the overall national title for her group, for her class.
Fast family. There is some speed in that family.
Have been for a long time. So pretty rad. Man, yeah, just was a good trip. It was great to go back to Kicker HQ and see everybody. It was smoking busy, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It was a great time, and was happy to see everybody get through Friday night and wrap the season without any further injuries. My boy, the underdog, Kyle Bitterman, did you see that?
No, man. I nope.
Dude, so he smoked it. He went, after Reno? What was the Supercross after Reno?
Oh, man.
I don't know.
A good producer would have had all
was
these
it-
things up ready to go.
Was it? Well, I kind of just throw this random shit at you, so it's like, I don't know.
I mean, it was either Anaheim, San Diego, Dallas, Houston,
It was
Phoenix.
maybe it wasn't Reno. Maybe it was before Reno. Anyway, he crashed hard and broke like 3 ribs and his collarbone, and dislocated his collarbone where it attaches to the sternum, or broke it off there also. And I think he missed Reno and was back for Guthrie. You talk about grit and intestinal fortitude. He had it figured out. He was in 4th place, I think, in the points, and he knew he couldn't maintain 4th, but the prize money difference from 5th to 6th was a lot of money, according to his Facebook post.
Enough to
like $2,500.
Yeah, enough to tape it up and give it a go.
Yeah, he was covered in rock tape, dude. But he did it, qualified, and not surprising to me, but surprising to a lot of people. He ended up running like, I don't know, 7.8 or 8.7 or 6.7 or something. I'm like, with a broken collarbone and 3 broken ribs, dude.
All right, let's get into it. Let's pick some fights and get into controversial territory. No, kidding. But
okay.
What I like about it, Arena Cross as a whole, I mean, look, you got guys that are taping it up and figuring it out for $2,500, right?
Yeah.
Like, these are real people with real mortgages and bikes in the back of their truck, where the bigger side of things, we're not really seeing that. And sorry, but
No.
do you think Tomac's putting on a shoe for $2,500? Hell no.
Right.
So once again, more applause to the Kick Arena Cross series and just how real it is. The real sport.
It really is. And, there's not guys skipping in Arena Cross. there's not guys skipping races for a hangnail.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, that's
Well, it is what it is, and those are the guys that are going and digging in the Supercross lice class and trying to make the main and making the main. So, you know, um, speaking of which, I just saw like my buddy Cullum Park pulled the eighth, I think, in the last race, Arlington. I think he pulled an eighth, and KP, after not riding since World Supercross, jumped on a Yamaha and pulled like a ninth. So I guess
sure looks good for the series.
yeah, retirement is good for him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody needs a break now and then.
Yeah. Um, moving on from arena cross, though, man, it was cool. I've had a bunch of good flights, some really good flight crews. I did get delayed by American coming through Dallas, coming home, which put me home in the middle, literally the middle of the night, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is.
That's part of life on the road, huh?
Yeah, it's all part of it. Fortunately, that's my only significant one so far this year. So, we're just ripping away. And man, as you would have heard in the previous episode with Scotty, we are moving into American Flat Track, and then also, I've got 2 American Flat Tracks in March at Daytona 1-2, and then Sonoy, not Sonoya, Sonoy, which I'm looking forward to. That was a great track last year. I I was just talking about how you never see anybody breaking in an AFT track with a late model
Yeah, no.
dirt car.
I was gonna
Like
say,
the
I'm
o-
like, there's some badass car races that happen at Sonoy.
Yeah, the owner of the track actually, um, everybody seemed to think the groove was a little too small and tight, and he got in intermission, he got his late model out there and laid down some laps and widened that groove up. And dude, if you're running up there in second or third groove, you can carry a lot of speed at that track. It's gnarly.
Man, that's pretty funny to use a race car as a Packer car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, um, and now I kind of know, last year was like my first time there. So you're kind of like trying to figure everything out. This year I got a little better feel for it. So stoked about that. Stoked to be heading out to Daytona, which I'll already be there by the time this comes out. But yeah, Bike Week, American Flat Track. Um, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, man, you look ready. You look tan. Your sleeves have already flown off, so you're ready for Florida.
Yeah, I've been watching the weather, and it looks like we're going to have some good weather down there too. Not too hot,
Good.
but good, mid 70s. So should be, should be really good for the track and for racing. So I'm excited for that, and just been, I'm home for a few days, so been doing a bunch of honeydew projects and been trying to catch up on a bunch of stuff. And, I don't know if you've seen it, but our good friend, my boy, well, speaking of my boys, but we're going to go 2 directions here. Last year when we had, early last year when we had Seth Quintero on, remember we were talking about some of the cliffhanger stuff that I'd seen some social media of him in what are those things called? The simulators.
All right.
And
Sorry, I didn't know what to do with this.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's steering wheel.
Peterbilt, Boeing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Um, And, he kind of led like there was a possibility he was going to be in a rally car at some point. And he is in, I believe, Finland right now, getting ready to start racing this weekend in the rally series in the
That is
snow.
incredible. That's so
Yeah.
nuts. I mean, I mean, shoot, just in the time of this podcast, he's gone from running UTVs here to T1 pluses to now running, I would assume it's WRC2. Do you know what class he's doing? Because you broke this news to me too.
I don't. I wasn't paying that close of it. I was just all excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's out there testing. I know Seth, and I know he does not like to be cold.
Okay.
And so I know he's probably suffering there, but yeah, he's been testing and stuff, and been very low key on the testing stuff. So, and of course with Toyota Gazoo. So
Yeah, I was going to say that's. I mean, shoot, you're in the right building to do it, right? So, man, good for him. That's so exciting. And like I said, for those of you listening at home, Lauren broke the news to me too. So when he's talking about it, as a matter of fact, I was already on my heels about what did I miss? But man, name some American rally car drivers. Name some in the last 10 years that's gone to WRC. Ken Block.
Yeah. Pastrana.
Has he done WRC?
I don't know.
I don't even know if he's gotten that level. I mean, obviously
he's
ARA badass.
I thought he'd been on the world stage, but
maybe in Mexico, maybe. But man, I mean, shoot, good for Seth, dude. That's really exciting. I almost feel selfishly excited that we have a badass American get behind the wheel of the little hot rods.
No kidding. No kidding. And I think there's more to come.
Okay.
And based in some conversations with him. So we'll see. But yeah, if you want to follow him, folks, Instagram at Seth Quintero
103
_103. Yes. Nice. Nicely done.
I've been off the media too long now. I'm forgetting underscores and people's names. It's all going to hell.
Well, and speaking of our boys, Mitch Guthrie Jr.
How cool is that?
I
saw that.
Sick. What do they call that? It's the Red Bull something show.
Yep. The Red Bull something. I'm sorry. I don't know what the show's called either.
I can't remember what it's called now.
I just saw the stunts.
Good Lord. But yeah. Yeah. Find him on Instagram, and you can find the real name of the Red Bull thing at Mitch Guthrie _5. But yeah, anyways, to the point, our good friend Special Kyle was there doing crowd control for that event in Frisco, right?
What a weird meshing of worlds, because we'll put Mitch on your team, and then we got Special Kyle, my friend of 20 years, now molding together, working together, two strangers from two other sides of this state. That's a big deal. But no, that was too cool, man. I mean, shoot, you had Mitch over there jumping Raptors over Formula One cars while my state pays for my friend to have fun.
Yeah, no, that was super rad. And man, that thing is all over the internet. Just the video of him jumping. It's legitimate F1 car doing donuts under a ramp, between a ramp, or not even between, because he landed the flat.
Yeah, so he's just next to the ramp, doing donuts next to the ramp.
Doing donuts in the middle of the street in San Francisco. And here comes Mitchie in his Raptor T1 M Sport Ford Raptor T1 Ultimate, or whatever they call it now. T1. It's not a plus anymore.
Oh, we got rid of the
I think it's called Ultimate.
T1 minus.
Yeah. But he just sends it, man, right over top of the smoking donut and Formula One car. And it was pretty freaking rad.
I would like to thank Mitch for bringing Octane back to the lost state of San Francisco, reminds me of the movie Bullet and all the Mustang shenanigans.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is Mitch Guthrie is now our Steve McQueen. Go ahead.
I like it. You know what? I'll go with it. It makes sense. I mean, he's launching Fords in San Francisco over other cars. How freaking cool is that? It's to the credit. When I saw it, and my good friend, the General, Mr. Butts, was actually there and doing a bunch of work there with Red Bull. And so, I saw it. Let's just say that. And when he took off on the ramp, I kept waiting to see the landing. And there wasn't one. I'm like, oh, man, that T1, that Dakar truck is going to fall apart. Dude, it didn't even look violent. I mean,
man, yeah, you should text Mitch and be like, how'd that feel? Just say that. I'm sure he'd be like, well, fine or whatever. No.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's a good question. I should do that. I'll send him a message.
Were
and
your
ask
belts
him.
tight? Because I hope your belts were tight.
Yeah, I'm assuming he knows better.
Yeah, but shoot, knowing him, he might have been like, yeah, but you should see the stuff that I hit out in the middle of the desert at 100 miles an hour that the camera doesn't see.
Yeah.
This is probably no big deal with close streets and coordinators. And
yeah, I would guess, it's that could be. But out, I know sometimes off of like the dunes and stuff, they catch them and they're hucking it. So,
not scared.
No, and I would almost guess that Raptor is not. I believe the Ultimates are limited to 160K or something to that effect, like 100 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour. I'll bet you that one is not limited.
Yeah, that would be fair. Yeah, I know like exactly like you said, the 160K limit, so you can't just pin it down a dune. But yeah,
right.
Take that stupid thing off. We're back in America. We got freedom.
Right.
We don't need to be limiting our kilometers or whatever they use.
Well, if they're limiting your kph or kilometers per hour, does it even count on miles per hour?
No, it doesn't.
I didn't think so.
Learn to read, guys. Come on.
Right. Yeah. It's a flawed system for sure. For sure. Just, I mean, we all knew that. I'm going to stop right there. But,
yeah, it's a nice day. Let's not fight with France today. We just got through the Olympics too. So
that's right. We smoked a bunch of people, including Canada. Sorry, Rob McDonald. But yeah, to our loyal listeners in Canada, I don't apologize for taking the gold in hockey, but congratulations on the silver. You guys played really well on both women's and men's. Just not quite as good as us Yankees. So
dude, their goalie had like 42 saves in that last game or something. 43.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah. Can you imagine being sorry, but can you imagine being that guy flying home and he's like, well, I did my part, huh, guys?
Yeah. I'm sure he was cracking a Molson and or a Moosehead and yeah. And like, well, I did my job. So but no, it was super cool. And congratulations to U.S. men's hockey, U.S. women's hockey on the gold. I haven't followed any of the rest of it because I don't care.
Yep.
You know, all the rest is fluff and dander. But so, you know, who cares?
It does bug me, the people who seem like they care during those weeks.
Yeah. I used to watch it way back when, but I, I could care less now. It's like,
There's other stuff to do.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm so busy traveling, and Clay Milliken has been testing down in Florida.
Yep.
And I'm hoping to see him while I'm at Bike Week.
That would be really nice. Okay. That would be cool.
Yeah, Rick Ware Racing is back in American Flat Track, so good chance I'll see Clay at the race one night or the other or both nights. And my buddy Jeff Lutz, who's also been testing in a Rick Ware Racing dragster.
Really?
Yeah, so that's very cool. Speaking of street outlaw guys, I I I wasn't sure I was going to bring it up, but my buddy Chuck, Street Outlaw Chuck, you can find him on Instagram at Street Outlaw Chuck, I think. And anyway, he stopped by the booth. He was there. You know, he's diehard kicker guy, and they got, of course, Sandy got him hooked up with tickets and man, he stopped by the booth and we just visited. It was good to see him.
Good.
He didn't make it last year, so I hadn't seen him in, you know, probably a year and a half. And so we probably visited for 45 minutes, you know, when I probably should have been packing up, but he's a fun dude. So we had a good time.
I would call that a perk of the job, is traveling across the world and sometimes seeing those you love.
Yeah, absolutely. It's super good. Yeah, man. I got to put my official commercial driver's license to use last weekend. So yeah, Big
How
Rig,
exciting.
2014 Dodge Ram Dually, and a 24-foot enclosed hitch pole. So but rules is rules, you
Yep.
know. So
We're little big trucking. We're big trucking, little trucking, big trucking.
yeah. That being said, it was a manual transmission,
Oh, cool.
which really rare. 4-wheel drive manual transmission.
How'd you like it?
I didn't.
Yeah. Not gonna hurt anybody's feelings here.
I didn't. I didn't like the instrument cluster layout. I'm used to having gauges that tell me things, and there's 2 gauges on there, and that's it.
Not enough.
Other than,
when you're
you
big
know,
rigging.
speedo and all that stuff. And maybe you can change it. I don't know, but I like to know my engine temp, you know, my coolant temp, my course fuel,
Trans
oil
temp.
pressure, and my charge status.
Mhm.
So and my truck has all those analog, thankfully. And that I believe had a fuel gauge and a def gauge analog.
See, they're just trying to dumb us down. Don't look in anything. Don't worry about anything.
Yeah, just drive the truck, right?
Just take it to the dealership, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a great truck, low miles. I mean, it's comfortable, the whole 9 yards. I didn't mind the shifting. Just overall, I was like, you know, it could be better,
Fair enough.
you know. So, but
What
yeah,
a logical, mellow response.
right. I'm not going to rip on it. I mean, it's a nice enough truck. It's just not my go, right? So
Fair enough.
it's all good. Man, beyond that, dude, what have you been up to?
I've been up to literally nothing cool. I've been up to all sorts of stuff. No racing, no events, no commentating, no photographs, no nothing. I've just been living the 9 to 5 life at the moment. But man, not to divert or whatever, but just Scotty got me hyped up last week. Listen to the episode, and it'll be out by the time this one's out. So go ahead and
Yeah.
listen to it. But I always do love the hype up tune event, right? And I feel Scotty did such a good job shepherding the hype up of why AFT is going to be exciting to watch. Because even for me, someone who loves it so much, if I just flip it on Fox Sports or whenever it comes on the TV and I'm coming in blind, I'm not coming in understanding the players of the game and the chip stakes. So yeah, Scotty just got me excited for flat track coming up. But yeah, nothing's still coming up until the Laughlin race, and I hope to see you there. And
Yeah, I hope
but
so.
man, other than that, I've just been living vicariously through you. So
Speaking of Scotty, sorry, I had to take a chapstick break here.
chapstick break. This chapstick break brought to you by Chapstick.
Brought to you by Misadventure Life.
Oh, Jim Beaver. So it's
Jim
IPA flavored.
Beaver's
Cool.
Misadventure Life. It's like pina colada flavor or something.
I like the hustle. All
It's
right.
real beeswax, and it's built for the outdoor lifestyle. For sure. Jim was very, very picky when he had that done. I know in talking to him, I had no idea so much went into chapstick. But I thank him for it, and I am on my second tube in a year, and I use it a lot, and I like it. And that's a completely unpaid endorsement. But I was out doing honeydews and doing some painting outdoors today. And so my lips got a little dry. So
I was going to say, you guys live on the sun. So thank you, Jim,
Yeah.
for developing a chapstick for the working man.
yeah, absolutely. But anyway, speaking of Scotty, Scotty and I believe by the time this comes out, it will be 100% official that Scotty Dubler and Off the Groove podcast, has partnered with Kicker Performance Audio. And they
Wow.
have done a stage 1 while I was in Oklahoma, actually. They did a stage 1 upgrade on his bike. And dude, J-Dub, Chase, and one of the engineers got creative and they took out the factory Harley 5 1/4-inch speaker and somehow through brilliance, engineering, and a little bit of magic were able to put in the 6.5-inch mini wakeboard tower speakers.
No way. That's a lot. That's cool. All right. Well, you'll hear Scotty coming.
Yes, and it's clear as a bell. It sounds great. He's super excited, and I imagine he will announce it on his podcast either this week or next week. So he is already on his way to Daytona. He texted me this morning. So
Wow.
yeah,
You have the best sound in power sports meets the best voice I can think of. Put them together, we have synergy.
yes, absolutely. You know what? And y'all go check out Scotty Dubler's YouTube, because there's a pit walk video from Sturgis last year where he actually spent a little time in the kicker booth with me, and we had a good time and it was fun. So yeah, man, dude, there's so many cool things happening right now with Seth and Mitchie and American Flat Track and Daytona, and it is during Bike Week. And unfortunately, my good friends that I met last year in Daytona, Carl and Nikki from across the puddle, will not be making it this year. So, hopefully catch up with them at some time in 2026. Although, I haven't. we haven't had any invites to go broadcast from England. So um, you would think, like the way we talk about France, the English should be, come on over, buddy. But
Yeah, but then we get real American real quick, and then it's like, well, hip
yeah,
hop, let's check up. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, we don't have any invites to go to England. So hopefully I'll catch them on a trip. Um, and hopefully at some point, Carl is he's a great artist and a huge Evil Knievel fan, as am I myself and you yourself. Um, and so hopefully at some point we can get together for a couple days after the Evil Knievel Museum opens in Vegas.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I'm talking party, dude.
Yeah, you can't go in there and not have fun.
No, absolutely not. It's like when I went to the Henry Ford, I was invited to Ford headquarters a couple times when I used to work with Ford for some silly award stuff, and they flew me back there. Uh, one year we got a full on private screening, private tour, I guess, private open house to the Henry Ford in Dearborn. Uh, and there's just so much cool stuff in there. Like Bill Elliott's, 224, I think it was, mile an hour
It's a lot.
record setting Thunderbird, um, fastest qualifying lap ever in NASCAR.
And will never be touched again.
Ever, is sitting in the Henry Ford. That car, as it came off the racetrack. Now, it might not be the qualifying trim because he raced it. So I know how that stuff goes. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But like Henry Ford's first automobile that he hand built is in there. The JFK infamous 63, I think it was, Lincoln convertible that is now being converted to a hardtop was in there. There were some V8 motors, a Cadillac V8 motor that was the very first ever Cadillac V8 motor built.
How incredible. Whoa.
There's just so much stuff. And I know you're a steam geek.
Do you like it?
there were literally probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 steam powered engines, railroad engines in the Henry Ford. And one of them was like a 1920 something Streamliner. And the drive wheels were probably 7+ feet tall.
Oh my, yeah, that's your gear ratio when you're talking trains.
Dude, I was just like, oh my God, it's huge, but it's just like, I just wanted to touch it.
Yeah,
And
just want to touch.
and you're not supposed to. So
don't bring Lauren to your museums without mittens.
I guess that'd be the lesson. I did not touch that Streamliner locomotive because there happened to be security standing right there. I did touch Bill Elliott's car, even though the things around it said don't touch it. I couldn't. How could you not?
I got touched by 40 other cars. So what do we?
Yeah.
What are we worried about?
And the very first Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Get the keys to that bad boy.
Yeah, it was built on a 2-ton Dodge chassis. It was pretty cool.
For some reason, I knew that. Of all the stupid stuff, I should remember.
It's nuts, dude. But the point I'm getting to in all this run on, there's just so much cool, like the only one ever, the very first one ever, stuff like that in the Henry Ford. And I'm going through the competition section, and here is the 67 Le Mans winning GT.
Wow.
40.
Whoa.
Sitting there. still rubber. I mean, it's in the blue and orange. It's the bubble top, which you guys do your own research. I don't want to get into all the reasons why it's a bubble top, but obviously it said do not touch, right? But yes, I did. I only touched the tire. I didn't touch the bodywork.
That's a wear and tear part. That's all right.
Yeah,
I'll
I
allow
didn't want to leave a fingerprint just in case something went wrong. But I did touch the tire, and literally every hair on my body stood up. I had goosebumps. I mean, just the power and like engineering and dude, I
Just
can't even
raw
explain it.
emotion. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's an aura around those cars. Not today's cars, but around those.
No, I'm kind of expecting that, at the Evil Knievel Museum in Vegas. And when they get open, I know Scotty knows them pretty well.
Oh, really?
And had given me some insight that I can't share on some cool stuff that they're going to have there. But it's going to be rad.
Well, mark your calendars and let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be so awesome. Man, other than that, I don't know. I don't think I really have that much else. I'm trying to think. Seemed like there was something else I wanted to go over with you, and I probably didn't send you a note to say, "Hey, remind me of this." Did I?
You did. Let me look at my notes. Hang on. This is great air.
I think the only one I sent you was Mitch Guthrie, because I didn't want to forget about that.
You say so. I'll find it in an hour. Don't worry. We'll be long
no
gone.
worries.
So, yep. But other than that, we were shooting for a shorty, and
I think we got it.
So, yeah, let's land this plane, baby.
Yeah, for sure. I want to give a special shout out to ARA Helmets for that badass Mad Dog edition, my new ARA street helmets, and the partnership with our partnership with American Flat Track, and I should say our relationship with American Flat Track, that got me in the position to acquire that. Thank you, Team ARA. I will be proud to wear it this year. And, as always and forever, man, Cole, you're just a beast, dude. You're working like 16, 12-hour days in a row and still jumping on, getting this done and doing all the background work. And I so greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Brother, man, you are just slaying. Wah, wah,
Happy to be here. There's people that work a lot harder than me, so jot that down.
Make a note of it. Yeah, and of course our great partners and sponsors, Kicker Performance Audio, for all your premium audio needs. Kicker Performance has you covered, whether it is motorcycle, and keep your eyes open on that category. I'm just saying. Off-road, on-road, cars, trucks, marine, man, personal audio, headphones. I know Cole is a huge fan of their wireless earbuds, especially the brand new severe noise canceling. Ooh, nice. Beautiful shot. The Kicker TW3s, check them out. Kicker.com, on Instagram at Kicker Audio, Facebook Kicker, every other Tuesday night live on their live TV show, Kicker Unmasked Live. Now that I've said live 5 times, live once more. 7:30 Central on their YouTube channel, Kicker Audio, on their Facebook, on their Insta, I believe on X, and for sure on the website. Check them out. Of course, Bomber Eyewear, Bomber Safety Eyewear. That's the primary. Cool is the extra factor. Man, they just launched a couple of new lens styles. I just saw they brought back the fuzz bombs. So go check those out. And now they have a Charlie Brown head size glass frame. So it's actually, I can't remember exactly how many millimeters bigger, but a few millimeters larger than their standard frame for the people with
Hot on the
Charlie-
brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. That's it.
A lot of
And,
thoughts.
and, you know, safety eyewear, sunglasses, they look cool. They float, which we're into river season, you know, or almost. Lakes and rivers, ocean, you're getting warm out there. It's almost time to get out and get surfing or whatever. Bomber eyewear, man. All kinds of styles, all kinds of lens options from polarized to polarized safety lens, OSHA approved, ANSI 87. That's right, folks. They float. Find them. BomberEyewear.com, on Instagram at Bomber Eyewear, on Facebook, Bomber Eyewear. Of course, our great partners, our great sponsors, Assault Industries, their mother company, Super ATV, and we are happy to announce they will be on board for the entire 2026 after show season. And we welcome them. You know, we're so glad to continue the relationship. I know, you know, we both got some of their badass tool sets. And I know you put that to work out on the buggy all the
Life
time.
changer, man. That thing's sweet.
Yeah. So be sure and go and check them out. Assault Industries, that's assaultind.com, or on Instagram at Assault UTV, on Facebook, Assault Industries. And remember, they are a Super ATV company. And if you get out to an event, go by their booth, look up Marcelo and say, Mad Dog sent me. What's up? Yeah, we're so grateful for that whole crew, man, and thankful that they have signed on to sponsor us again, or be a part of this whole mess. So I'm grateful.
Very cool.
And Shutter and World Media, man, you know, the Calcinator, what can I say? Dude, she's been just crushing it.
MVP.
I got a little bit behind on some admin stuff, and she was all over it, got us caught up in short time. Just incredible talent. When it comes to video editing, photo editing, anything like that that you need, or you actually need pre-production stuff done, post-production, during production, or you just need portraits done. You want portraits of your pet or whatever. Find her on Instagram at Shutter and Whirl. Go to her profile. Her website link is right there. Shutter and Whirl Media got you covered. Of course, Hey Geeks Marketing has got all our social media templates up to date. We just printed some new Mad Dog after show stickers.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. So feel free to slide into our DMs on Instagram. That's at AFTR_podcast. And, you know, maybe we'll send you a free sticker.
Maybe we won't, but maybe.
Yeah, there's a fair chance we will. You know, but she's got you covered for whatever you need, whether it's a website, social media campaign, social media page built, anything maintained. Hey Geeks has got you covered. Find her on the web, heygeeks.com, on Instagram at Hey Geeks Marketing. And of course, Premix Podcast, our man Cole, you know, just always making us sound good. We get so many I get so many compliments of people that listen to this and they're like, man, your audio is so much better than Racer O. No, I'm not going to name anybody, but
Man, I was like, here we go. Jeez.
yeah, no, I'm not, because I know some of those you listen to and are big fans of.
All I'm going to say while you take a sip of coffee is that I heard a major podcast last week say if your sound isn't good, I shut it off within the next few seconds. So thanks to Kelsey for sure for making sure that my work is actually done right. That's why it sounds so good.
Yeah, man. I'm so thankful. And by the way, keep your minds open. Cole and I are available to MC or announce your next event. Whatever you need done, slide into our DMs on Instagram at FTR_podcast, or hit us up on Facebook, send us a message, MAddOG, MAddOG Media, and we'll check our schedules. I mean, we've unfortunately been attempted to be booked a couple times this year, and we've had some conflicting stuff. But keep trying. We'll hit an open spot. We'd love to work with you and happy to help you out. With that, man, I think what would Harry Hogg say right now, Cole?
He would say if you hold it wide and turn 4, you can hold it.
It's a special set of tires this time. God bless you, our fans. God bless our boys in blue and girls, our first responders, our military all around the world, of course, our veterans. God bless America. Thank you for listening. And thank you, Robert Duvall, for the entertainment. MAddOG out.